Hey, what's up guys? What's going on? Welcome back to Kitchen Tonic. Welcome back to another brand new video on the channel here. Welcome. In this video here, we're gonna be cooking a nice, tasty Jamaican or Caribbean classic, guys, and that is the famous jerk chicken, guys. Now, we're gonna begin here with the ingredients. We're gonna be using 2 tablespoons of jerk seasoning here that I have here. This is my wet jerk seasoning. I'm also going to be using 1 teaspoon of dried jerk seasoning here for this recipe as well. We're also going to be using about 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning that you're looking at there, as well as half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to be using 2 teaspoons of my homemade browning or burnt sugar here to give this chicken here some nice color, because we are going to be making this jerk chicken here in the oven today. And as you know, the jerk chicken usually gets its color from the being cooked on the grill with all the charcoal and everything, but we're going to replicate that here today with our browning or burnt sugar there that I've just prepared. We're going to go ahead and season up our chicken here, and then we're going to allow it to marinate for at least 2 hours before actually baking it here. So let's begin this seasoning process here. Alright guys, so as you can see here on your screen, I have 5 chicken drumsticks in this bowl here, and what we're going to be doing, basically we're going to just be pouring all of our seasoning here onto the chicken, and then we're going to go ahead and mix everything up, and then we're going to allow it to marinate. So what you see there is my wet jerk seasoning. I'm now going to go on with my dry jerk seasoning as well, and I am using the spicy jerk seasoning here, but you can use whatever rolls your boat. We're going to go on with my all-purpose seasoning here. We're going to go on with my garlic powder. Here I have my salt and black pepper, and as you know, in the Caribbean, those are essential to our seasoning here. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. I am using a glove here just for safety purposes, and I did go ahead and make some scours or some cuts on my chicken here so that my seasoning get all the way up inside of my chicken, and we're going to have this well seasoned here today. We're just going to make sure that everything is properly coated and seasoned up on everything in this bowl here. Alright guys, as you can see here, my chicken is adequately seasoned, and what I'm going to go ahead and do now, I'm going to add my brown sugar or my browning in this bowl here now. Like I said, this is to give it that nice grilled color and look, as we won't be grilling this chicken here, but we'll be baking it in the oven. So with the burnt sugar or the browning here, that is to replicate that nice brown color that we know and love from our jerk chicken. Okay guys, as you can see what's going on in my bowl here, what I'm going to go ahead and do now, I'm going to place like a saran wrap over the top of my bowl here, and then I'm going to place it in the fridge to marinate for at least 2 hours, guys. You want to make sure that your seasoning and everything gets nice and incorporated into the chicken so that everything has a nice outcome when everything is said and done. So I'll see you guys in about 2 hours, or I'll see you guys right now. Alright guys, so here we are. It's been a little over 2 hours, about 2 hours and 15 minutes so far. What you're looking at here is my baking pan, but I do have my marinated jerk flavored chicken here, guys, that we're going to be placing into my oven. So what I went ahead and did, I went ahead and preheated my oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm just going to place this chicken into my baking pan here. I also went ahead and greased my baking pan here with a little bit of olive oil, just to prevent my chicken from sticking or anything like that. And the foil paper that I placed here in my baking pan is just to make it easier on the cleanup. Alright guys, so we're just gonna place our chicken into the pan just like this, and I'm gonna pop it into my oven, and I'm gonna bake for about 1 hour and 15 minutes to about 1 hour and 30 minutes. And halfway during the baking process here, we're gonna remove our chicken here, and we're gonna flip them on the other side, and then we're gonna continue baking for the remainder of the time. So I'll see you guys then, and I'll see you guys with the finished product. Alright guys, so here we have it, the finished product of my jerk chicken, guys. Now what I went ahead and did here, right now it's about 2 hours in terms of cooking time for this chicken here. So halfway through, I went ahead and turned my stove up to 350 degrees in order to cook this chicken more thoroughly, as I realized that the 300 degrees wasn't doing enough. And I cooked that for about 1 hour and 45 minutes, and the last 15 minutes there I went ahead and turned my stove on broil, and I went ahead and broiled my chicken, guys. Now you do want to be careful if you're going to be attempting the broil method, but because you cannot broil this chicken all the way through, so the broiling process is normally a higher temperature. And the reason I went ahead and broiled the chicken is to achieve my nice brown jerk chicken look that we have going on here. Now the broil process is similar to when you're using a grill, in which the chicken here was exposed to real heat. And the difference with baking and broiling is that when you're baking the chicken, it's just warm air that's cooking the chicken, but when you turn your stove on broil, it's direct heat that's cooking your chicken. Now you do not want to broil your chicken all the way through, especially if it's thicker meats like we have here, because then you're just going to cook the exterior of the chicken and the interior or the middle won't be cooked all the way through. So you want to go ahead and bake it for a little bit, and if you want to add the finishing touch of the broiling at the end, feel free to do that. But with that said, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm about to dive into this chicken here. So I'll see you guys another day, another time, with another brand new video.